The future of music is tied to technological advances like artificial intelligence, AI, and immersive 360 sound systems. It prioritizes user experience and multimedia projects over conventions like studio albums. In time, it will pave the way for the emergence of new genres. Of course, that's my humble guess. Accurately predicting the future of music is a daunting task, and it would be foolish to assume that our guesses are 100 correct. However, it is possible to analyze the changes in the music industry in recent years and draw reasonable conclusions from them. AI technology at the core of music creation. AI is part of our world today, in the music industry and beyond. Like all technology, AI has the potential to change music for better or worse. But beyond just making moral judgments about how AI affects music, it's interesting to look more specifically at how AI affects music production. 1.1. AI-assisted songwriting. Two are always better than one. But what if you could rely on AI technology to help you make music instead of a human partner? Because it relies on a large database that can find solutions to problems. AI-powered songwriting will revolutionize the way people make music, giving them powerful tools to enhance their songs and improve their workflow. Need a word that rhymes with love? AI technology quickly analyzes millions of lyrics and provides the most popular alternatives. Need to spice up a simple chord progression? Instead of banging your head against the wall, why not let the AI do the work? AI-based music tools are already ubiquitous and unlikely to go away. Continued reliance on AI technology could make songs sound more predictable while opening up new and exciting opportunities for songwriters around the world. 1.2. AI-based mixing and mastering solutions. If AI can help with songwriting, which is a highly artistic endeavor, it should be even better at mixing and mastering songs. There's a lot of art involved in audio engineering, but in reality, a well-mixed and mastered track is also a science. AI-based mixing and mastering solutions are what they are today, and there is no doubt that they will continue to improve in the future. While it's comforting to think that audio engineers will never be replaced by a few lines of code, especially if you're an audio engineer yourself, there's plenty of room for AI to become the standard in mixing and mastering. AI mastering services like LA&DR are already being used by many music producers and often prove to be very effective. As this kind of technology advances, we can imagine a future where faster, more affordable, and more accurate digital systems eliminate the need for human audio engineers. 1.3. AI coders as artists. AI image generators are all the rage. Online tools like Crayon allow you to create true masterpieces by following simple text-based instructions, and sometimes to great effect. Of course, programmers are trying to create similar tools for generating other types of art, including music. But what does this mean for the future of music? Assuming that one day Crayon-style music tools become widely available, we'll enter a stage where programmers become a new type of artist in the history of music. Your job is not to create the artwork itself, the song, but a powerful AI network capable of creating increasingly impressive artwork. Simply put, programmers are artists who produce artists. Instead of being directly involved in making better songs, his job will be to develop AI systems that can create better songs. 1.4. The listener as the composer. Following the idea that programmers might one day become a new kind of music creator, it's hard not to consider the significant impact that the AI that generates music can have on listeners. If a website can guide you through a few steps to create an original song, shouldn't everyone be making music? This is related to the idea that music in the future will be playful, and the roles of listener and composer will not be as clearly defined as they are today. With AI at its core, we can imagine a world where even people with no knowledge of music production can create never-before-heard songs in seconds. In this strange new world, is it possible to distinguish between the listener and the composer? And where are the borders? These are thorny philosophical questions for future artists, but there's no reason not to start thinking about them now. 2. Virtual reality and 3D immersion. According to CEO of Millennium Music Media Systems John LaGrue, by the year 2050, head-worn audio equipment should convincingly emulate any acoustic space and any room monitor technique with lifelike precision. Sound recording will undergo significant change in the ensuing decades. LaGrue's audacious forecast makes sense, especially in light of the current focus on virtual reality and the suggestion made by Facebook's metaverse that the foundation of social media in the future would be 3D modeled virtual spaces. Why should the music industry look elsewhere when the video gaming and film industries are making investments in increasingly immersive experiences? It's reasonable to envision a future of music in which listeners can put on headphones and feel like they're in a live concert of their favorite band, because the advent of virtual reality increases the demand for surround audio experiences, and because lifelike 360 sound systems seem to be a real possibility. 3. Music will be made for something. The great majority of music consumers aren't interested in listening to a 1-hour album when they can navigate among different artists on music streaming services. As I've said in this video, and albums are dead. This is the now of music, for better or worse. What does it imply for its future, though? I anticipate that we will soon reach a point when music won't be sufficient as technology continues to advance and attention spans continue to decrease. In other words, whether it's a movie, a video game, or one of the aforementioned 3D virtual reality experiences supported by the metaverse, music will need to be created for anything. This forecast is based on a few current patterns that are clear. One is that conceptual albums and longer musical experiences don't seem to be as popular among artists, listeners, and record labels as they previously were. Additionally, there is a developing market for background music, which is music that is played in the background rather than being actively listened to. An example of this trend is the popular YouTube lo-fi hip-hop genre. Finally, there is the algorithm question, which is considerably more general. 3.1. Music algorithms as the ultimate music fan. While I don't anticipate the demise of creative integrity in the near future, I have no doubt that the great majority of recording artists will be more than eager to adapt in order to increase their income. The music algorithm, the ultimate music enthusiast, now enters the picture. The concept is straightforward. Since the majority of music listeners are content to tune in to whatever songs their favorite algorithm serves up, I anticipate that musicians will begin creating music, not for their fans, but rather for the computer programs that power streaming services like Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music. The goal of music will no longer be to evoke an emotional response in listeners. Instead, it will be to possess the necessary characteristics to manipulate, deceive, or profit from algorithms. Although I made a commitment not to express moral judgments on the direction of music, I don't think this tendency will lead to anything positive. The production of music will become even more commercialized, but this time, not in accordance with the general public's preferences, but rather the arbitrary whim of all-powerful algorithms. It was a wild adventure thinking and writing about the future of music. Hopefully, these forecasts are supported by solid factual ideas and not just the insane fantasies of a lunatic.